Hello, I'm Jesús Ramírez Grajales, and this project is called A Digital Newspaper from Mother Earth. I'm currently teaching English as a foreign language in a rural community in Yucatan, Mexico. I teach 7th grade and I have 15 students. I meet them 3 times a week, and I noticed that they have a lot of important stories to share, but they don't know how to do it. And also, they don't have opportunity to spaces to practice English in a communicative way. So I was looking for a project that can show my students the tools and the elements of storytelling, and also the perfect opportunity for them to use English. They have always something to say, but they feel ignored. So it was important that they discover the power that they have in order to do a change in the community. For this project, I chose the attitude and power. Explorers believe that geographic problems are solvable and utilize their knowledge. They take initiative to understand what is happening in the present, and they demonstrate leadership to solve problems and meet goals. So my students watched a video called The Power Stories from the Resource Library of National Geographic as an introduction to the topic. Students listen to definitions and purposes of storytelling from expert storytellers. The objective is to understand that many times when we are studying in secondary school, we feel that we do not fit in. But without any doubt, we all have stories to tell.
School was probably really awkward. I had no idea what I wanted to do.
I was pretty nerdy, actually.
I was either reading or playing sports.
Students highlighted the main ideas of the video, the importance of sharing stories, and how doing so makes one feel empowered. What was happening in the community? What was the story that needed to be told? They shared with me their concerns about how the food they eat has a lot of chemicals, so they wanted to share the idea of having gardens to have healthier food.
Cómo cultivar, cosechar, cuidar una planta.
Once we already had a story to tell, we needed to know how to tell it. For this project, the geographic skill is communicate. This skill is the ability to communicate geographic information and stories. Explorers use language and media to explain a topic and inspire others to address challenges and seek solutions. Then we analyzed an infographic called Elements of Storytelling from the Resource Library of National Geographic. I asked the students if they were sure about the story they wanted to tell. In the same way, guided questions are asked based on the information that we analyze. For example, what kind of photos do we need to tell the story? What medium will we use to tell the story? We decided that we were going to create a digital newspaper, so we had a new question for the project. What do we need to create a digital newspaper? First, we need to understand what a newspaper is. This time it will be our means to share our story and the information we wanted to tell to the community. I explained to the students the roles that are fulfilled when creating a newspaper and how they could work in teams to tell the stories. After selecting our story and the medium by which we would tell it, it was necessary for the students to develop the knowledge, acquire geographic knowledge. There is the ability to build knowledge and meaning about human and natural systems. So because of that, the students and I interviewed a local expert on the subject of home and school gardens. Professor Eugenio has dedicated himself to teaching students about agriculture for more than 10 years, about the importance of growing our food. He provides students with the tools necessary to start a garden.
Son aprendizajes que nos ayudan para hacer nuestro cultivo en casa y ya no estar consumiendo lo del mercado, que muchas veces cuando vas ya tienen químicos, ya están tratados y te afectan a la salud. También podrían tener alimentos a su alcance, como había dicho. Si tú siembras una matita de chayote, en unos meses ya tienes para comer.
In the same way, the students investigated information on the benefits and recommendations for having a garden at school through the digital document Setting Up and Running a School Garden at FAO.org. It was also very important that the students learn more about how to grow local foods such as tomatoes. Students used the FlipSnack digital tool for the development of the digital newspaper. The result was extraordinary. The educational community loved the digital newspaper created by the students. The students share stories from what the process of growing lettuce is like to the importance of having a garden at home, as many stories related to the topic.
I really like to be part of this project. I learned a lot about the local food and plants we have, and I am glad because I communicated of the information to my community.
I feel empowered by developing the first newspaper of the school.
I am very happy with the results obtained. My students were able to use English in a communicative way by sharing relevant information to motivate the community to have their own garden. It is the first newspaper we ever had in the school, and I am amazed that students want to continue sharing stories and that other teachers want to join this cause. With this project, I left my comfort zone, and I was very excited to know the results, and it was phenomenal. Collaborating with a local expert enriched this project. My students feel empowered, and so do I. Now more than ever, I feel more confident with my teaching practice, and I know that I will be able to continue creating wonderful projects with my students. There are no limits anymore.